All right, welcome everybody to Sold Exclamation Point. I got a good one today, I think. I got lots of cool sales, stuff to share, and a couple of stories. I there was an auction that ended tonight, and I wanted to wait till the auction ended because I wanted to be like, oh man, I got this great score. That will not be the story of tonight because I did not get the big score. Last week, I was looking at one of the auction houses, and there was a lot. There was a lot of 21 boxes full of pinball machine manuals. And there's about 13 close-up pictures of the manuals. They look to range as late as the mid-70s and lots of 90s and 80s in there. There were two listings. One was a listing, and it was great because it was like a big pile of boxes and paper in the corner. It was just a bad picture. It wasn't a great description. And I thought this might be one of those things where I can see the value and other people cannot. So they had that listing. Then they had another post of two file cabinets where one file cabinet had manuals in it. I thought that was weird that they would break it up like that. But I'm like, all right. It was already at $140. I estimated at least 450 manuals. But I thought there was a chance there could be up to 600 manuals in there. In the first one and the second one, I thought 150, maybe 200 on the high side. The first lot was at 160 all week. The second lot was at $50 or $70. So I was thinking, all right, we're gonna make some money off of this, right? So 2 hours before the auction ends tonight, the big lot's at 180 still. I go to the second lot, it's at 225. I'm like, oh. Because I was thinking $1 a manual is where I want to be. I want to be at about $450. On the second one, $200. It's already at where I'm willing to pay. I'm thinking, oh well, bidders are seeing value in the file cabinet. But I don't really care because I really care about that first lot because it has so many more manuals. I didn't get it. I did not get it. I put it in a bid of 451, and I was the high bidder for about 20 minutes, and it ended up closing at $897 after the buyer's premium. The one with the two file cabinets, which I don't think is nearly as good of a deal. The file cabinets don't have a lot of value. That ended at $512. So, I would have been at max $750 for both lots, and it went for double that. So I'm really sad. That would have been such a great project to do. Nice money maker. But because I didn't know exactly what manuals were in the lot, I couldn't, if it was one of those situations where I had maybe a $25,000 purchasing bankroll, I could go, yeah, I'll put $1,200 in, I'll get my money back for sure, and let's see if there's some gems in there. The problem is though, when I looked at the comps for these manuals, they're 10, 15 on the low end, but the bad part was they sort of cap out at $75, and they don't really go past $75 unless it's the gold edition Addams Family whatever. That one seems to go for about $250, but that looked like that was the only one that did that. And so in my analysis was I wasn't going to strike gold, so let's say you get 600 books in and you strike gold because 3 of them are $400 books. I didn't think there was a big possibility of that because it looked like at about $75, It really is pushing the high end of those pinball manuals. But I'm very sad about that. I bid on a bunch of other lots. I didn't get any of those. I did end up going kind of hard at went hard at one lot, and then I did pick up something pretty cheap. So that was cool. So they had a lot of 4-frame posters, and the posters were, so this whole auction was an arcade business. And this is one of the reasons why I think the manuals went for so much, is because anybody who was interested in the arcade business, the whole auction was arcade stuff. It was arcade machines, claw machines, coin dispensers, pinball manuals, and art, and so it was bringing a lot of those people in. I probably could have got the manuals for what I wanted for them if it happened to be like a regular estate auction, and then he happened to have a manual collection. Then it wouldn't have attracted all the video game people to go, oh, hey, I gotta look at this auction. I think, but this is cool though. Is I think this is the sale came from a business that operated the big arcade at Mall of America. Because the 4 posters I got were 2 of them for Mall of America arcade, 1 for Valley Fair, which is the theme park in Minnesota, and then 1 is a Mississippi Live, which is the name of an arcade in Mississippi, I guess. So it must have been a bigger company. But they're really cool shots. They were dark shots, so that the neon they used in their business, kind of exploded in the picture. So I got those 4 frame photos for $70 after buyer's premium. I think, because one of the reasons why I really liked them for once I have the shop open, it's not something I'm going to list on eBay, but because it was so local, the 2 Mall of America and the Valley Fair poster, I think I can put $100 on them, and I don't think they're going to last all that long. I can't imagine too many of these posters survive. The frames look like they're pretty solid metal frames. They're not fancy frames, but look like they're the good metal frames, though I could be completely wrong based on pictures. But I really think that these will be pretty quick sales and really cool posters. And the way I justify it is, like, if I never sell them and I keep them, I'm not going to be sad about that. So sometimes you can do a little of the, I'll just keep it. And when you're buying, I don't keep very much. Usually the stuff where I have to justify it by saying I'll keep it, that's the first thing that sells. Second thing, so that was my little buy today, that I wish was a much larger buy. Second thing is I will be going to the National with a client. I'll be helping him out. But the way it's working, I'm not going to get into a whole thing because it's his story, not my story. But it doesn't look like I'm going to have to do a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try every night when the day is done, go back in the hotel room and show everything that I found at the National that I bought for myself for resale or for myself. I am a bottom feeder. I like dime boxes. I like quarter boxes. I like 50-cent boxes. I like dollar boxes. So I'll be showing what you can get out of these dime boxes, out of these quarter boxes at the National. I got a budget of about $2,000 to spend on cards. Most of it's going to be for resale and sort of bulk up the inventory for the store. But it should be a lot of fun. Fortunately, because I'm helping out someone with a store and a dealer, get to do a lot of the parties. I'll try to go live whenever we're at a party, at least for a little bit, and show you what's going down there. All right, into the sales. This is going to be a long video. I'm already 9 minutes in. I had a lot of really great sales in the last day, and some really cool stuff, and I think you guys will enjoy seeing what I moved. All right, first up, let's go with nice NFL store, Minnesota Vikings baseball jersey. I do like the cross sports, so I'm a big fan of hockey jerseys for baseball teams. That's my thing. So I need to find a Minnesota Twins hockey jersey. I saw one once in my size, but they wanted $250 for it. I wasn't gonna do that. Minnesota Vikings baseball jersey went for $35. Texas baseball, NCAA baseball. It's not too exciting, so I'm not gonna open it up. $17. I got that in the last auction buy that I made, where I got a bunch of NCAA baseball shirts. Next up, this is really, really cool. And, you know, whoever got this got a great price. The tennis sort of made it not as high dollar as it could have been. So this is a team issued windbreaker, Minnesota Gophers tennis. And what's really nice about it, it's got big block script on the back. Big fan of this jacket. Boathouse seems to be the brand that a lot of the teams use for their gear. Just based off of finding and selling this stuff multiple times. Some stuff you know for a fact is team issued. Like, I know that's team issued. Sometimes you get markings that demonstrate that team issued. So it seems like they use Boathouse a lot. So Boathouse can be an indicator that it might have been team issued. Next up, where am I at? Hats. All right. Gopher tennis 37, so that's a real good deal. Real good deal. Now, I don't think it's a $75 jacket. So it's more like a $50 jacket. So it's just a discount. It's not a super dirt cheap price item, but definitely a good deal. Fitted North Carolina. This is one of those stretch fits from Top of the World. Got the foot on the back. That went for $15. Mitchell & Ness, Minnesota Gophers snapback. Shows some use on the sweatband, so it's going to be lower end hat just due to condition and the fact that it's not vintage. That went for $16. New Era Minnesota Twins. I never see this T logo, so that's really cool. Got the emblem on the back, but it's a size 7. So this is normally going to be something I'd price at $29.99 if it was not a size 7, but it is a size 7. So I'll take what I can get. 13. So size 7 is just... So I say this a lot. You want to be between 714 and 738 to get normal sales. If you're bigger than that, you don't have to discount, but you're going to have to wait. If you're smaller than that, you're going to have to discount or you're just not going to move it. Alabama, another fitted, another stretch fit from Top of the World. Roll Tide, that'd be 17, so I got more for the Alabama stretch fit than I did fitted New Era based on size. Here is a heavy hitter, Nashville Sound. It's a snapback, not a fitted. This is the 93-ish tag, 93 to 95, I want to say. With tags, dead stock, $50. So the snapbacks aren't going to get as much as the fitted when it comes to pro models, but when it's dead stock, it cures a lot of ills when it's dead stock and not just used. Okay, so that's all the hats. Got cards. Talked about that. Okay, so on to pennants. So this one, I got a sale where 2 of those hats sold to somebody, and they bought 5 pennants. I tried to break it up. So when I give you the prices, it's a package deal, but I tried to, because I tried to give you the ship price. So I try to give you like my allocation of shipping onto each item when it comes to what the ship price is, although it's a little wonky because it's such a big sale. It's a 7-item sale. First up, small Atlanta Braves pennant, mini pennant. This went for $14. I got that in an auction for $3, I think, so that was pretty cool. This is cool. Little learning exercise here. Here's an Indianapolis Colts pennant with a bunch of team signatures. They all appear to be from the same roster. I didn't put down a year because I couldn't guarantee it. Here's the deal. Autographs on pennants do not sell very well at all. We had a Randy Moss pennant up for the K-Bid auction. You know, something that you would think was you get at least 125 for went for 50 bucks. There was a weird story about that, but I won't tell it. It's just for whatever reason, autographs on pennants. Pennants are not a good vehicle for your autograph. Now that being said, this is awesome. I mean, this is just loaded with signatures. I got this from a client. He bought it from a guy who had maybe 20, 25 pennants where he had lots and lots of signatures on all of them. Sometimes he only had like 4 or 5. Sometimes they were loaded up like this. He would go hunt the opposing team in football and in hockey. But so this one went for 31. So 31 bucks, man. I mean, all these signatures took a long time. It's in very good condition, but I've had them for a while at 50, and I wasn't getting a lot of sniffs, and you know, they just autographed on pennants, and now we know. So if it's already on there, you don't got a choice, but if you want to look for something to get signed and you want to keep some value to it, don't use a pennant. I like this one a lot. This is early Timberwolves pennant. I like the vertical. I like the sort of generic guy. And there makes it feel a little more like it's a pennant from the 60s, even though it's a 90s pennant. That went for 21. And the next two went for about 7. I gave it allocation to, mainly because they're got some real heavy creasing on it. Although they do display pretty nicely. Stephon Marbury, vertical caricature. And I really like this one. I wish this one wasn't so creased up. I would have asked more for it. I like the eyes. I like the wolf's eyes on this one. It's a little bit different than what you normally see. 7 for that one as well. And then I did make another 2 mini pennant sale, both from the 60s, I believe. These are these Bazooka minis, soft felt, this weird yellow Orioles, which is cool. And you don't really see that Oriole very often. And I want to say maybe I've never seen that Oriole before. Not sure. The other one is a Cleveland Indians with Chief Wahoo on it. Got this crazy crown on top of them. So this Bazooka release, I've sold a handful of these. They tend to get real strong prices. These two went for $42. They're not in bad shape, but they're not, you know, mint by any means, and you're still getting real strong prices for them, even though they're minis. So definitely keep your eye out for those soft felt Bazooka pennants. They're not ridiculously rare, so it's something that you could definitely come across at some point. 2, the Smoky Collection. Both are sort of nobodies. I mean, they're more somebody than me, but that's not a high hurdle to jump over. Randy Dorome and Zach Green. These both went for $9. And then we had a print, a 7x9 print. I'm not sure if you can, there you go, you can kind of see it here. It's personalized to Sal. This was part of a collection of 40s and 50s actors and, you know, other famous people. But it personalized to Sal, and it's Lou Parker, not a guy I know. But I thought the CBS camera was cool. Kind of some nice history in this photo where you can kind of see what the cameras look like during that time period. And last up, we got a Philadelphia Phillies program. $10 most likely. 15. Yeah, moving up in the world. The Lou Parker photo got 18. And let me see if I missed any other prices. I don't think I did. Yep, that's what I got. So that's what I got today. A little long. I don't usually break 20 minutes, but every once in a while, hopefully I'll have to do one for an hour because I sold so much stuff in one day. So, so thanks for watching. Definitely keep an eye out. I'll try to go live if the Wi-Fi is good enough in the hotel. If not, I'll just record it and upload it. But try to keep your eye out for every day of the National next week, starting probably Tuesday night, but maybe I'll do a video Monday and just talk about the trip down there. especially if my client irritates me on the drive down. I have something to talk about. Most likely I'm going to irritate him. So, all right. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.